farm out of the lane.
Clockwork's actually, this is a good matchup for Clockwork. He's going to be able to get a decent amount up here, as he's going to be able to bring a ton of regen. He's always going to be able to try to push the Clockwork away. If he actually catches him in the cogs, he could go for a kill. Ooh, very close. You have very like explosive timing. As soon as you're level 3, that gyrocopter can just die. This is something we used to see teams do ages ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, let's say, when Clockwork was more popular. So I don't mind that matchup at all for 33.
So far in the mid lane, you see Ori and Limp playing to the edge here. Limp, oh, he got greedy there. He tried to stick around for the courier.
And bottom.
But he ends up feeding first blood. Back down bottom, Vici Gaming also keeping the pressure up on this lane. As PYW did try and get in, does have to retreat.
He got tossed under tower. Now they're actually having to try to retreat. Hanskin does have another toss in a second. If he can look for a good hero to go for on it, he's not able to actually get on top of anybody.
But that mid lane play there from Limp was, I mean, that was all him. Just getting aggressive, getting greedy. He saw the courier, took a couple of hits, couldn't even get the second hit off, costing him his life. Yeah, and he was doing actually pretty damn well in that matchup until that point. He was actually leading pretty hard in the harassment as well as the last hits. And now Ori, he's actually instantly queued up. He's actually got a bracer at base, and he's queued up a Wraith Band. So he's going to make himself a little bit tankier, so he can't actually definitely look for yours, as he's very far up really
here.
Is. He ran in, did not expect backup to be there. Even if it wasn't, that was a very, very aggressive move from Eurus, stepping right into the clutches of the clock.
Yeah, and that could always happen in these early levels versus a Clockwork as gyrocopter, even later on, until you get that BKB especially available for yourself. So nice for 33 to pick that one up. Even though Eurus was doing good in the matchup, that one he just stepped up too far.
And with that little edge that Ori got with that kill, this little lane, it looks scary for Limp. You know, each and every time he's trying to clear the wave with the orb, he's having to back off a lot of regeneration out to him because of how hard this Bloodseeker can hit.
Yeah, and how fast it really is just because of that kill. He gets so much extra health because of it, because of having a bracer and a Wraith Band, and heroes bottom are getting pressured a lot. You look at Yang, he's constantly running in. He's already level 3. He's starting to bust that chain line too, so just keeping heroes low for Ori to actually have a better time in the mid lane too.
Yeah, very hard for sort of Alliance's heroes to trade damage back on him successfully. Each time he has the earth up. And I'm going to try and go for the kill, at least pressure him whilst the Scorched Turf does end, but still not enough damage.
Up top, he's in trouble. He just dies to Eurus alone.
He does try to get him with a wraparound, but 33 isn't quite there to help go for the kill. A bit premature there with the move, Hanskin.
But now 33, he's trying to turn for here. There's a Rubik for backup. Is he going to be able to help in time? He should be able to just throw him out of the cogs.
Yeah, they have to sort of just toss him away with the 2 braces. 33, very tanky at the moment. So each and every time it's just a case of keeping the clock off the gyro. They cannot really threaten his life. Hanskin, he can play aggressive though. Gets it under the tower, gets the toss back. Into the cogs he goes. Eurus' track will be able to get his way out of the cogs. Homing missile holds back the clockwork. Extra TPs are coming in from Ori. He's ready to make the rotation. 33. He's been the core that's been the happiest at the moment so far in Alliance, but now he'll get pressured as the rotation from Ori grants them the kill, and at the same time, Yang, he's able to get the kill on Nico, baby. Both cores on both sides of the map taken out by Vici Gaming, as it looks like he just gets burst down. The Splinter Blast, the Lightning, the Infernal Blade, it was too much for Nico, baby, to shift through.
Well, not the Infernal Blade, because it's not skilled, but the Chain Lightning and the Scorched Earth.
That was it.
Yeah, the Chain Lightning sometimes does catch you off guard. Yeah. Quite a lot of damage that can come out.
Back top. The carnage hasn't ended, as we'll see them trade back a kill. Hanskin is going to fall for this though. 1 for 1. Ori going to see if he can try and chase down a little bit more, but with the haste rune, Limp is fine.
I really like the early games that early game items that Ori went for. Just that bracer, that Wraith Band, just a little tankier, and allows him to actually get more active, going top, getting himself 2 kills early on, helping out Eurus to have a better start, because he did get pressured a bit on that gyrocopter here. But now level 6, and they're still looking great. 2K advantage, and they're really putting the pressure onto Nico, baby.
See, Alliance though, they're still there by Nico Baby's side, trying to set something up for him, but Yang's just too tanky to go on each time. Able to walk away from them. Limp's going to come up with the rotation. Dream card down onto the one of them. The orb does hit Yang, but they'll have to turn their focus towards the Wyvern. TY is healing himself back up to full with the cold embrace, not the back of the silence. But again, Ori making these moves to the side lanes.
800 movement
speed. Out of there. Varda's keeping away. He'll manage to escape, but Limp, Hanskin is so low.
Oh my God, the speed.
Zooming in behind the tower, kills up Hanskin and Limp, and now Nico Baby, he's going to get silenced up by the Blood Right. Ori's not done yet. Yang will finally fall, but Ori just cleans up with the rotation. Once again, this Bloodseeker, Ori from that first kill he got into the mid lane, he is using his power to perfection.
Look at
from the top lane to the bottom lane, he's making so much work.
Look how many chain lightnings. With the Scorcher, when the chain lightnings, they got so low. I was actually looking, I'm like, they're dropping below 40%. I wouldn't be surprised if Ori just zooms down here, and he did 800 movement speed, easily able to clean up some kills here. 4, 0, and 1. Movement speed always going to be nice. Your mana pool, pretty much on any hero, as far as I've seen it, works out very nicely. And they're just keeping the aggression here. An immediate doom.
Yeah, he just drops it down straight away on Aska, and they're ready to dive in. TPs will come through. 33 wants to try and help out the team, but on the backline, Zori, he's in with a blood right. Flips on a fighter, hook shot attempted by 33. They do trap Ori. He's going to be able to get the kill. The save there for DY with the corner brace. It's healing Ori up, but is it enough? Alliance, they try to finish off the Bloodseeker. They get it. They'll take down Ori, but 33, he's falling low. Yang diving in. The Winter's Curse holds back Lim, but 33, he can still get away. They're not going to lose the clock for now. Alliance, can they find more out of this trade? They're bringing down PYW, but the Dukes are there. They'll turn the silence to Firebolt. Lim's going to get himself heightened.
Oh my God, PYW?
He's charging in with a score itself. Lim's got another off to jump away. DY will pick up fighter on the back line. He'll lose PYW as 33 and Lim both incredibly low on the escape. They are going to Bloodseeker back in the game in 5 seconds. So Limp and 33, they've got to somehow get away from this advance from Vici Gaming.
Ori's coming.
Aren't done yet with the team fight. Hanskin is around.
Ori's coming.
He cannot help out 33. It doesn't look like it. He slowly burns to the icy fire of DY and Yang.
Lim trying to suicide to neutrals. It's gonna... He can't. They actually aren't getting him. They switch to Ori. And now Hanskin as well. Looks like he's gonna get chased out here for a moment.
He'll get the toss back, and that will keep him safe. But still, Alliance, as try as they might, they do manage to get some action going their way, but still overall, it's a win for Vici Gaming.
Ori respawned and had 930 movement speed, just chasing Limp immediately after TPing mid, catches up to him very fast. Nico Baby gets some space to recover in that top lane, which is decent for Alliance, but at the same time too, Eurus was doing exactly the same, and Eurus actually had jungle stacks, so he... Oh. Cancel TPs coming out.
Vici Gaming, I mean, they know that they're
feeling it.
They can go wherever they want on the map.
They've got a full pipe on Yang, and you look at the lineup on Alliance, they're pretty much all magic damage. And instant Limp.
And the Doom drops down, Limp's in trouble, burst out the hook straight away. Cannot be there as 33 just falling low on the front lines. The homing missile bursting down, Ori's diving in, forcing Nico Baby to retreat. As Alliance just have to back off again, they lose 2 cores. Vici Gaming, they don't lose anything. They're able to take the tier 1 tower. And it really does feel so far in this game that Alliance's lineup, it just feels helpless against the power that Vici Gaming's heroes can bring.
Yeah, a couple mistakes in the laning phase by both Limp as well as 33. Well, 33's a clockwork. He just didn't find successful rotations, and now they're in just a super tough spot. As they're, like we said, versus a pipe on Yang, and they're all magic damage. That negated the entire fight there. Is now Hanskin. He's just getting run down. They're just going to use the curse to set up the stomp.
I mean, they know with the lead that they've got, Vici Gaming, they can really use their spells at any sort of liberty that they wish for.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Eurus is free farming while all this is happening, so sure, why not?
So head up, make sure that map control does indeed continue to be incredibly superior for themselves. Holding on to the outposts in preparation for the 20-minute mark already. They know that if they can grab that and take the tier 1 tower top, it'll be incredibly hard for Alliance to get themselves back in with any sort of XP advantage. Limp.
Oh my God.
Straight up dead. PYW with a setup, the catch into the blood right. There's no way for Limp to get out of there. 10K lead already at 15 minutes in.
See, we've seen Puck have very successful games throughout majority of this tournament. However, a lot of the times it hasn't been versus a lot of these instant disables. When you're playing versus Rubik, when you're playing versus Wyvern, your game gets so much harder because you can't actually do anything to prevent these lifts. You just get lifted inside of a single disable, and you're probably dead until you get either a Yule Scepter or some type of protective mechanism for yourself.
Hanskin, he's trying to go in there, but Yang, he's right by him. Hanskin tried to pass him by to go for a play.
Oh my.
But he just ends up losing his life and accomplishing absolutely nothing at all.
This is getting quite out of hand very quickly here.
The only thing that I can really see here for Alliance is maybe they get a good fight with the Morph getting the flag. But at this stage with the farm, the levels that Vici Gaming have, the damage even at that, is barely going to be enough. It's a 94% win probability at the moment for Dota Plus, and it's not hard to see why when you look at the state of this game.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty appropriate. Maybe even one of those 99% games, as it feels like it's pretty much Morphling versus the world, and he's versus very traditional counters of the Morphling, being the Doom, that Blood Right, just these silences, these instant disables. Yeah, it's looking pretty impossible for them at the moment. Just Vici running all over the place, and they have tanky heroes too, and they're building very quick aggression items. Eurus almost has the BKB finish too, and like we keep saying, it's all magic damage on Alliance until the way later stages where Morphling can.
Another catch, Winter's Curse, they have the Doom available if Yang wants to commit. He won't though, there's Fighter, and maybe a chance for a turnaround. They'll commit with the Dream Coil, popping the ult too, but he's so tanky, Yang. Can they actually kill him off? 33's trying to step in Alliance, they've got the full squad here together to try and find the kills. The Cogs will block off Yang, they do burst down DY. DY gets the corner breaks out in time, and Yang, and now Yang, he's got his friends coming in to help.
Oh god, Ori.
Oh
my god.
Ori, he can, zipping around, Lim's Curry is dead, the Blink Dagger on the sidelines, they've lost 3 Alliance, and Ori's not done, he's continuing to chase for Lim. Lim trying his best to hide, to juke them out. They're on top of him with that vision. They see his every move. Another jump into the trees. Lim, he'll go for the TP. Can Yang find him? He doesn't even need to. The Scorched Earth burns him out. All 4 dying there on Alliance.
This one is looking impossible, honestly. I do not see a way for the Morphling to be able to take it alone. He's alone, that's the problem. It's a Morphling and a 4 Protect 1 versus this lineup that have preventative measures when it is just a single core hero like that. The puck has been shut down so much in this game, and he's gonna have to be worrying about a Doom if he is that Morphling in later stages.
Indifference, you know, how do you kill any of these heroes?
They're so tanky. Like even the Rubik, he got that attribute shift as we saw earlier. He has 2,000 HP. Everyone's sitting at pretty much 2,000 HP on their draft. Even the Wyvern is very tanky as he gets gone on.
They find a support alone. This is sort of their best bet lines. They get the kill. It is DY. This is, you know, these little sort of opportunities. They need a whole lot of them. But they do take advantage of DY being alone. Mistakes to really sort of hand a chance back over to Alliance this game.
They're literally going to have the triple BKBs on their cores. Yang's about to have his finished as well. So none of these cores can actually die to what Alliance has right now unless they really overplay and don't, and like their BKB wears off. We see that Blade Mill is starting to come into play a little bit versus Ori, but he doesn't really care too much as 33 just dies immediately.
Yeah, the best bet for Alliance is just to get everybody else out of there. As it has indeed been a rough showing here from the Clockwork. A bit of a new hero, something we don't get to see a lot. And 33, he's not really making a great case for the hero so far this game.
Like we said, this is the problem with Clockwork. You don't get successful rotations and your game is pretty much just over. And it makes the hero look even worse when you don't get those successful rotations. BKBs are out now, so 3 BKBs for Vici on the cores, as we were saying. And they're going to have an Aegis to boot. Nico, baby, you're going to have to do something spectacular here and make Vici throw the game somehow for yourself, as it's kind of all in your hands at the moment here.
Nico, baby. Got to be a little careful. I guess with the Lincolns, at least has that sort of safety against Yang. In fact, he's going to try and interrupt Yang from looking to take away the outpost. Will force Yang back. Spooks the Doom away. And the rest of Alliance, you see each of them just trying to push out lanes, hide in trees, soak up whatever experience they can. Lip steps forward, he gets baited in by the rune in the river. Vici Gaming are waiting for him. And another death for the Limp Puck.
That lift into silence. Panel mentioned about the curse. It's a Rubik, just these instant disables just makes your game so hard. Limp getting really punished on it as Vici. They're just closing the map very quickly onto the side of Alliance. They don't have much space to farm. And now they want to continue and look for some tier 2s as they're actually pushing both. Eurus taking top, Ori taking mid. This map is getting just smaller and smaller and smaller for Alliance. Nico Baby's trying his best to do his own type of split push here. Will at least be able to get that here with that Aegis, with their BKBs.
They're trying for a smoke out as soon as they spot Yang blocking the way. The smoke moves put to an end. Hansken does get the toss up to the high ground underneath the tier 3 tower, but Hansken loses his life for it. Dream Coil down. Glimmer Cape will be there to keep Yang safe. Zip fall for Nico Baby, trying to burst these kills down. Eurus is low. He's going to fall the one.
He'll drop the ones.
The Aegis away.
He will turn into the gyrocopter. He has the flak prepared on Nico Baby. You can see all the cores, they're holding their BKB. That's the one thing on Vici. They have the backup of DY with that Cold Embrace and Glimmer. They didn't want to pop an early BKB versus this fight.
And considering they are 20k behind, taking away the Aegis like that, you know, that's sort of like the best play that Alliance has had happen for them so far this game. It's something.
Yeah, you know, at their tier 3s, getting tossed back by Hanskin.
Radiant's top tower
Was definitely a little bit of something there. But Vici, they're just going to step back up here. They got what they came for. Even though they lost their Aegis, they're still in a very comfortable position here. As we have bounties coming up, they're going to be able to claim all 4 of those and increase that lead. Here's level 20 as well.
I was going to say some insane levels being hit. Level 20 Jara, highest else on the side of Alliances. This is Nico Baby sitting down at level 17, about to hit the 18.
He had a lot of stacks for himself. That's the one thing I did notice. They were stacking jungle, they were stacking ancients as well for Eurus to get enabled.
They scanned him out. Nico Baby quick with the waveform TP. Will get away before Yang's able to hunt him down.
I like how Yang's also, usually these games we see them go for like a 4-step or something to break Linken's on the Doom, but they have so many Linken's breaker, as we said, and goodbye, Fata.
Not much going to be achieved with that, apart from forcing Vici Gaming to react and head to the top half of the map, maybe giving some space for Alliance to make some plays down bottom.
The Linken's break with the clumsy net, I believe it was.
And look at the curse into the Doom. He did shift up into strength. He needs a lot of help, though, if he's going to have any sort of chance of getting away from this, and he cannot. Eurus stays on top of Nico Baby, the mortal fall. Yang's chasing down 33. 33, Battery Assault will not hold the Doom at bay, as again, continued core losses on Alliance.
That's pretty hype. The clumsy nut to break the Linken's, and then you can curse him afterwards. All right, I like it, DY. And with that kill, like we said, these are the ones that you just have to throw everything onto the Morphling, and you're going to be in a great spot for Vici. That's exactly what they do, is going high ground here. Not looking pretty easy for them.
I mean, Limp's trying his best. Trying to do a little bit of ratcheting with the puck. Knocking at the tier 4s up top, but of course, Vici Gaming, with the commitment to hit down mid, will have no trouble taking away the racks, jump forward, quick burst to blow up faster.
He's going to get the tier 3 up top, though, at least, on Limp.
He does.
There's going to be some rotations coming in.
An instant dieback there with the Crystal Maiden.
I think he's trying to maybe cancel some TPs or something along those lines.
Hanskin just got the toss back. Nico Baby's TPing in very aggressively. He's going to go straight to us. Then the Linken's has been popped. He needs help, but he will get it. Limp jumps in. He'll turn into the gyro fall.
He's low on HP, though. He kind of has to be a bit careful of himself here.
I think we just had a hook shot into the backside of Hanskin. Oh, so not quite the play we wanted there. Yeah, it was.
It's on the map to work with. Like we said, Alliance's map is just very small. It's just difficult to make these type of plays.
No, Alliance are certainly doing their best efforts to at least keep that top lane shoved down. Make sure that all 3 lanes aren't pushed in against them.
Yeah,
because considering they are 28,000 gold behind, they're still trying their best to make sure that Vici Gaming aren't quite prepared to go for the high ground siege once again.
Oh, Hanskin, he's been seen, but also the puck has been seen as Limp. There's a ward on that Tinker Cliff.
Yeah, they'll know now. But they'll know after Limp's had to take a good minute there on the sidelines.
And now they race to the outpost, but at the same time, Nico Baby on bottom, he's also racing toward the opposing side outpost, so maybe Alliance will be able to keep themselves one, but actually the ports gets cancelled.
Yeah, Hanskin was in with the avalanche. He's able to stop Yang from being able to move across the map. It will cost Hanskin his life. Actually, looking at it, Nico Baby's not actually going for the outpost.
He has some time. He's got a couple seconds.
Right.
He should be able to get it.
He should still be fine.
Yep. So at least they'll get that one, so get themselves a little bit of experience.
Yeah, only just. He was cutting it pretty fine there.
Yeah, he really was.
In fact, was he cutting it too fine?
Perfect.
Ooh, okay. Time to the millisecond there, Nico Baby. Hanskin comes out with a buyback just as Vici Gaming were starting to pressure that top lane. Nico Baby returns to join forces with the rest of the team on the high ground. Alliance, they're ready to try their best to hold here, up against a 32,000 gold lead 32-8 down at 30 minutes in.
Vici's just gonna chill, wait for that Roche. They've got about a minute or so until that one does pop out. If Alliance does come out looking for a fight, Vici will definitely take that one, but they probably just wait for that next Roche, that next Aegis Cheese, because they know that there's no way Alliance can fight around that pit. It's way too difficult versus, I mean, you have a 30,000 gold lead, so yeah, you feel very comfortable.
Some of the quickest and biggest leads we've seen here this LAN, and we've had a fair few one-sided matches. This is so far certainly another one for the books. Which Alliance, feels like they've got the whole world against them now this game. What can they do to turn this one around? Vici Gaming, smoke up. They'll sweep down towards bottom. Alliance
Alliance is just trapped in their base. I think they're expecting like Nico Baby or somebody to come bottom to start split pushing and pushing the wave in further, but it's actually nobody here. It's all of Alliance, like we said, trapped in their base. Limp will show himself top, pushes it out a bit further. Ori now starting to make the way toward up there, but they push in these two side lanes. And soon we will see them probably go check that Roche. BKB though, okay. So now he's got that BKB, he's got the Lincolns, he has to go for the double ways to protect himself, but they still have methods to just pierce right through those. If he does just get that Lincolns broken, he can still just get doomed, and then your BKB is all for naught. As Roche is up, and Vici will get this one very easily.
Over and take this. Scouted out by a rocket flare, but Alliance with no means of heading over and doing anything about this one. Aegis and Cheese. Aegis going the way of Eurus. Cheese into the pockets of Ori.
36,000 at 32. This is one of the biggest gold leads I've seen at a 32-minute mark, I gotta say. And they're just keeping Alliance in a position where they're just trapped. Nico Baby is getting out to try to get some farm, but he has to be careful of his positioning. There's no way to break the Lincolns, though, with just the Doom. He can just put some pressure onto him here until some rotation does come up to break it. He's just going to beat Kibby and TP. He wants nothing to do with it. But, oh, that was close. PYW got in range to get the spell steal, but Yang unable to actually get the Doom.
Yeah, he has to use the BKB like this, Nico Baby. Yep. He's got to play as defensive as possible whilst getting as much as he can from the very limited map that he's been left due to Vici Gaming's dominance so far this match.
Honestly, it really feels like he should just queue up a Rapier in this game. It doesn't really feel like he has any other option. Like, sure, he saw the butterfly from that gyrocopter, and Rapier at least gives you that true strike now. He needs to be this 1v5 core, because I don't see any other way for them to have a chance in this one.
Titan Sliver picked up by Limp. Does he want to be holding on to that? Do you think we're gonna get that passed over to Nico?
That's gonna get it's probably gonna get passed over to Nico, but he is carrying a greater fairy fire and stuff like that.
That's a solid plus 35. You're right.
They're probably just focused more on just so many things. Yeah, he's gonna pass it over.
And they've got the repair kit.
Okay, they do have a repair kit.
33, trying to step forward. Limp's gonna look to try and jump in on the back line. Get the stream call out onto 2 of them. Commitment to 33, but 33, he just died so quickly. The clock will fall. Silences there. Nico Baby's already started to shift. The Lincoln's have been popped. BKB, but he's been ruptured. They have managed to find PYW. PYW actually fights back. He wants to be here to try and close up the game. Cheese is popped, or he's back up to full. Handskin is there without buyback because Vici Gaming pushed 33 in a line back towards the fountain. Eurus, he's aggressive. He still has that second life of the Aegis. Can Alliance even pop in the ones? It doesn't look like they can. Vici Gaming just focused down a second set of racks. They'll get it without any sort of contest, and there it is. Alliance have had enough. GG is called, and Vici Gaming take game 1 in incredible style, and it just has such a snowball effect from those very early mistakes of Alliance. Vici Gaming knew exactly what to do to abuse that small advantage they got early on and just turn this lane, the game into a complete stop.
Yeah, I think the first few times that the clockwork rotations don't end up working out, that's when you know the pain of a clockwork. That's what we've seen a lot of the times. If you don't have those successful rotations work, the hero really does fall off quite hard. And it's really hard to pretty much do anything. And then Vici, they have 3 super farmed cores that also can just make moves around the map so much. You see Ori, he didn't hesitate. He was porting top, he was porting